Top 10 reasons people say Shatta Wale is richer and more successful than Burna Boy musically. So you and I know, say there's been years of debate between fans of Burna Boy and that of Shatta Wale. Even it extends to Nigeria and the entire Ghana. You clash on who is bigger between these two artists. Yes, it is a known fact. Say Shatta Wale once helped Burna Boy. That one he can't deny. You know, he gave him a place to stay. He gave him his car. He even gave him fans in Ghana. Well, to be honest with you, I didn't know who Burna Boy was until Hosanna with Shatta, which was one of the biggest songs of these two artists. But you know, they fell out. Emma, this whole beef had a thing on the internet. Now, quite recently, when Burna Boy came to Ghana for the GT Bank, it was anticipated, say Anka Shatta ever performing before him. If that happens, you know, definitely the show would have flopped because everyone would have left when Burna Boy was performing. But some power play came into, you know, existence. Burna performed before Shatta. That wasn't so cool with Shatta, who voiced out his displeasure. Now, it came out in Pose as rumored. Say Shatta had to be paid extra money just so he would allow Burna Boy perform before him. And therefore, since we are in an era of artificial intelligence, AI, Bibisa say, why are people saying this? And she said, AI should give me the top 10 reasons. So this was what AI fed me with the info. And they fed me with. I mean, reading through, I agree 100% with what this artificial intelligence said. Almost say one, total independence and ownership. Shatta Wale owns 100% of his catalog, masters, brand, and distribution. Burna Boy for many years was tied to international labels and partnerships, which means revenue is shared. Ownership equals long-term wealth. So AI episode just a point number one. Shatta is not under any management. He's an independent artist. So he owns his own record, he owns his own masters. He can decide to lease it. Jesus said lease it recently. It was reported so 3 million US dollars plus. He can choose to sell, he doesn't have to split revenue because if you are under international label, the label must make its money. Also, the people that has been recruited to work under you, in this case, under the label, needs to be paid. Now, they are running business for profit. Until definitely when the money comes, they would also deduct, leaving you with a chicken change. Now, Shatta is not facing that. He's an independent artist who owns everything he produces. And that's the first pointer, AI, Emame, on why Shatta is bigger and richer than Burna Boy musically. 2, local market dominance. Shatta Wale completely dominates Ghana's market, radio, street culture, political campaigns, events, corporate bookings. Burna Boy dominates globally, but Nigerians' market is more competitive, with many artists splitting attention. So local dominance. Obviously, when we come to Ghana, when we want to mention number one artist, if not number one, at least top 2, Shatta would be there. And nobody fights that particular dominance with him. The birthday celebration, the records are there. Stadiums were failing. Anywhere he pulls up, Charlie, crowd no echo crazy. Nobody dominating in terms of local market. But when you go to Nigeria, they have Wizkid, they have Davido, they have Omale, Rema, they have Ayrasta, Tiwa Savage, name them. I mean, a lot of them. And these people are giving tough time to Burna Boy, even though globally, UK, US, Europe, and some countries, he is scattering the local dominance. Shatta is far ahead of him. Now, even global Shatta says he's ready to invest now. So Burna Boy is dead. Now, the third answer that AI gave me was volume of music output. Shatta Wale releases far more music than Burna Boy. Singles, freestyles, albums, street anthems. More music equals more streams plus more performances plus more licensing. Well, Shatta Wale in a year, he can choose to release 300 songs, 5,000 songs. He can, in a day, release 10 songs if he verse. Because on one kasa betumi abɔ beat, I record ne ho, I mix it, I master, I drop it. Now, almost say, look, the volume of music that Shatta releases is more than Burna Boy. Now, when you release more, it means you have more streams, you have more performances, and you have more licensing. So this is an edge Shatta Ewo over Burna Boy. Now, the fourth one was performance frequency. Shatta Wale performs year round, including street shows, corporate gigs, political rallies, private events. Burna Boy performs fewer but larger shows, meaning Shatta may earn more consistently, even if Burna's single shows pay more. So Shatta actually will constantly say, the shows or J 300k dollars, 400k dollars, 500k dollars, 200k dollars, or the actual 150k dollars. Features are not part. Or ye feature amount the baako ye 200k, or J bam. According to AI, Shatta performs more, and realistically, that is the fact. Street shows, corporate shows, political shows, and private events. Shatta, but meaning he's getting paid more and more. But Burna Boy plays, larger venues, stadiums, and cool once a while, and sometimes, with his tour. Nti ɛkyerɛ sɛ Shatta might be earning more, but ebi a Burna Boy one show nso betumi ayɛ den aclear Shatta's side, but that is an edge a Shatta ɛwɔ as well. Multiple revenue streams. Shatta Wale earns more: music, endorsements, political appearances, real estate, brand ownership, digital monetization. Burna Boy earns heavily from music, tours, and endorsement, but Shatta's local diversification gives steady income. Shatta ɛwɔ Shagzy. Shatta ɛwɔ other businesses, real estate. Ɛnyɛ easy. Storm energy drink, endorsement deals dey bebree. Digital monetization. Ɔkɔ TikTok. No agye bam wɔ hɔ. Facebook monetization. Charlie, the guy dey use his head crazily. Almost look, Shatta dey cash out from there on multiple revenue streams. Look, even if music is to fail, obe depende on Shagzy. The Godfather, Kofi Aban, oil and gas. Obetimi investing in that side. Probably Crampo or cash it out from that side. Almost say Burna also earns heavily from music, tours, and endorsement deal. But Shatta's local diversification gives steady income. Say tours, anyhow. Say music, anyhow. Endorsement deals, anyhow. Shatta they collect locally. Or GGGG. The businesses are doing very, very well. Idea a year a strength over a Burna Boy. Cultural control and fan loyalty. Shatta's fan base, Shatta movement is extremely loyal, grassroots driven, emotionally connected. This kind of loyalty guarantees income regardless of trends or international validation. Honestly, look, Shatta's fan base, they don't even need Shatta to go international for Shatta to cash out. Locally, in the country called Ghana, you compare that loyalty unya from the fans. Burna doesn't have that same locally in Nigeria. So that would mean Shatta would be making more regardless of any international affiliation or stardom. 7. Shatta Wale has remained relevant for over 15 years without relying on international validation or rebranding. Burna Boy had to rebrand globally African giant era to reach current heights. Almost look, from the days of Bandana to Shatta, Shatta has remained Shatta Wale, for over 15 years. He has remained who he is now. He doesn't rely on changing names to African giants, doing things just so that obe, gaining attention. No. However, Burna Boy had to, do a whole lot of stuff, including seeing Diddy, both publicly and privately, as people allege out there, to which I don't believe. No, I don't believe. Just so that he would break through internationally. 8. Lower operating cost, higher margins. Operating mainly in Ghana means lower production cost, lower marketing expenses, higher profit margins. Burna Boy's global operations involves international teams, expensive tours, high marketing budget. High revenue is not equal to higher net profit. So Shatta recording ni BBI or Ghana ha. Unyanya park now make say on one kasa ni beat our ball and now onya beat vampire, onya these engineers, emma omo make beat be money beat mu nyina e de send in and one is on one kasa ni vocals aye den ato so untwia sika bebree sa as compared to Burna Boy who would pay huge, organized tours, huge amount of money, international, affiliates and co. Almost say, look, Shatta, they do am well. 9. Political and corporate influence. Shatta Wale is often involved in political campaigns, national events, government-backed concerts. These gigs pay extremely well and are exclusive, something Burna Boy rarely does. So politically and corporate influence, just a Shatta J. Recently, the Godfather birthday, Kofi Abba, I believe, say a bam, a car show I see here, Boteman, organized by Ibrahim Mohammed's son, or Endozi, Honon, so Mahama Paper, NDC boy, definitely on Betty Eddie Ide. Eddie Asheno. Now corporate shows in sono, paying for big men or pass it through or jebam. I mean, recently Richard Nyamakwe a birthday or Koseho, and also another big money. A idea if you study Burna Boy, he doesn't really get. So that last point, street credibility converts to cash. Shatta Wale's street king image drives brand deals, sells merchandise, guarantees crowd turnout. In Africa markets, street relevance often pays more consistently than global charts. So, one person will just say, look, Shatta, the way they run the streets, this is the numbers that most brands need and want to be affiliated to because obetimia guarantee so be pulling crowd. So what they are trying to say, and they say, look, Shatta's number crazy, and that is convertible to cash. I mean, number Shatta be pulling or Ghana, even Burna Boy in Nigeria with all the states there cannot pull at a go. And you almost look Shatta way credible on the street than Burna Boy, and that would mean making more money directly or indirectly. So I mean, despite the fact say Burna Boy is big, huge, has Grammy award, several Billboard certification, failing arenas, stadiums and co, famous globally, Shatta is very much successful because if we are to box Shatta in the same condition, Burna Boy will pretty one. Looking at what he has achieved with this, small energy or what, HSA, he would have scattered there. So what I'll share, do you agree with what AI is saying or you don't? Can you let me know why you don't or you do agree? I don't for Vimbas TV so. And we'll watch a video until this point. Say thank you, God bless you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. That's CP.
Vimbas TV.